Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lottie and today we have a Pilates warm-up for you. So this is one that could help you warm up before any of my other routines. If you feel like you just need to sort of get moving a little bit, get into that Pilates mind, but it's also a great warm-up to do in general if you're going out for a run, you're doing a HIIT workout or any other kind of activity. So let's get started. We're going to start laying on the back and we're going to just start off with some fundamentals, alignment, breathing and center. So that's what makes Pilates kind of what it is, just really focusing on those principles. And then we're going to kind of work our way through the whole body to get nice and warm and healthy in those joints. So we're going to just start with the feet hip distance apart and parallel, the arms reaching down by the side of you. On your back, feet are on the mat, toes relaxed, shoulders away from the ears. And we want to check that we've got that good form, that good alignment. So shoulder to shoulder, there's a line across, hip to hip, there's a line across. So we're kind of making like a little box shape and sort of squareness. So just really keeping that form and that box. And we're just gonna check that the tailbone is on the mat, the shoulder blades are on the mat, and the back of the neck is nice and long. And just start to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And you wanna try and remember, direct that breath into the sides of the ribs. So breathing is going to really help you throughout whatever activity you're doing and really kind of bring you present and into the body rather than sort of thinking about loads of other things that might be going on before you work out. So a few breaths just to start to connect a little bit to that lateral Pilates breathing. And also just to relax the chest, the shoulders. And on the next exhale, just need to think about drawing the navel down towards the spine. So feeling maybe the skin, the tissue of your tummy, just drawing away from your leggings, your clothing. And then inhale, just let the abdominals rise. And then exhale, drawing down again. So just starting to feel that sense of connection to the pelvic floor, the deep lower abs as you breathe. And at the same time, we're going to really keep this form. So now we're going to take some knee openings to start to warm up the hips, but also challenge this alignment and really get into our stability and center. So breathing in, and you can even keep your hands on your hips or on your pelvis. And as you breathe out, just open the right knee. So allow the foot to just roll onto the outside edge. And then breathing in to close, back in line. And breathing out, left knee is going to open. And breathing in to close, and just alternate sides. Breathing out to open, breathing in to close. Good. And what we're trying to do is that box shape, that square shape that we found at the start, you want to check that that's not coming out of alignment. And you want to just check that the pelvis isn't tucking or arching away. And just keeping that sense of stability. Breathing out and breathing in. Now, even though this is a simple exercise, what I usually see in my clients is that as the leg goes, the whole pelvis will rock over. So I really want you to keep that opposite side anchored down and only go as far with that leg as you can without letting that whole pelvis rock. So really good stability exercise to do. We'll do one more on the left. Breathing out. And breathing in. Good. So keep the legs where they are. Float the arms up above the shoulders. We're going to come into some shoulder drops. So turn the palms to face into each other and just make sure the elbows are soft, not locked out. Shoulders are away from the ears. We're going to take a shoulder drop into a fly to open across our chest. So keep that stability. Breathe in. Reach the fingers up towards the sky. So you're feeling the scapula peeling off the back, off the mat. And then as you exhale, drop the shoulders down and just open the arms, open the chest. And inhale, reach the fingers up. Keeping the head down, exhale, drop the shoulders. Feels really nice across the chest and shoulders. So breathe in, reach at the same time, like you're trying to touch something on the ceiling, but the head stays down. Exhale to open the arms, soft elbows. Good. And we've got 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, widen the shoulders, open the chest. Inhale, reach the scapula up, protracting the scapula. And exhale, release and open. So a little bit of a release and relax. Good. Last one, inhale. And exhale, drop and open the arms. We're going to take this back into a circle, so a little bit more mobility for the shoulders and opening through the chest, and we're going to continue that arm circle around. So keep that neck in neutral and long. We'll just do 3 in each direction. Try and keep the back of the ribs on the mat. So what wants to happen when your arms go over your head is the ribs stick out, so let's keep them nicely tucked down towards the leggings. Breathing in as you stretch open. And then we're going to do the reverse. So we're going to go back, inhale, exhale, reach to the sides of the room. And again, so 2 big circles. Keeping the neck long, chin slightly tucked down. And then let the arms just settle again by the side of your body. And then we're going to take those circles with the hips. So float the right leg up above the hip. And we're going to start to really get mobile in this hip joint a little bit more than before. So we're going to take little circles with that knee. So again, we're challenging the stability because the rest of the body is going to want to do a circle. So try and just circle the thigh bone in the hip joint. Other knee stays nice and still. Arms stay anchored down, cross and then open. Good, 6 in each direction. Bring it to the center and reverse. So just breathe in for half a circle, breathe out for half a circle. Just keep that rhythm of the breath. But the main thing here is that we're keeping that neutral pelvis alignment. Remember, we're mobilizing that hip joint. Think about 2 more here. And then we're going to hold on to the back of that leg, give that leg a little hug in towards you, and then just stretch that leg up, lengthen the hamstring, and bend it down. So we don't want to go straight into kind of a really deep hamstring stretch as we're just getting warm, but we're going to just start to bend and stretch the knee and feel into that hamstring how it feels. Keep the tailbone down, don't be tempted to tuck to get more of a stretch. So try and keep that lovely Pilates alignment. And let's hold that leg up and point and flex the ankle now. So really get into the extremities, making sure that we're not forgetting about the ankle joints and that linear movement. So you can see that your ankle is moving in line, not sickling in or out. And then just release that foot down and place it back underneath the hip. Float the other leg up. And again, just starting to circle 6 in each direction. You can keep the foot nice and relaxed here. And then just checking in. Even pop your hands back on the pelvis. So just checking in, being your own teacher and keeping that Pilates mind. 3 more here. Try and get the circle to come from the hip joint. And the leg moves. 2. And the other knee stays completely still. And then we're going to reverse the other way for 6. Keep that breath in for half a circle, breath out for half a circle. For 4. Back of the ribs down. 3. Just kind of constantly just scanning into that body. 2. And on the last one, we bring it in, we hold it, and you can try and get the knee a bit closer towards you in that deep hip flexion, and then just straighten that leg and bend. And you might find that one hamstring feels a lot tighter than the other. So just kind of ease into it, don't force it. Elbows wide, and then just hold that leg straight. And again, we'll just work through the ankle. You might feel a little bit of a stretch into the calf as well. And nice big stretch onto that foot. That feels really good. And then just place that foot back down. So we're going to start to challenge that stability a little bit more and work into our abdominals. So working your core, really good for whatever activity you're doing. So we're back in that box. We're going to float the right leg up, draw the navel towards the spine, float the left leg up. And we're going to just take a little, it's called like a dead bug. So it's quite a common exercise. You might see it a lot. So we're going to float the arms up, knees in tabletop. It's opposite arm and leg reaching away. So we're keeping that square. We're going to breathe out as we extend the right leg, left arm back. Breathe in, come back to that box position. And again, reaching out, exhale and inhale. So we're drawing the belly button flat towards the spine, keeping that neutral, lowering one leg away as the opposite arm reaches. So working on a little bit of a diagonal. So you might be feeling a little wrapping through that center, working into those obliques, across, shoulder to hip. Breathing out and breathing in. And just try and really control your movements rather than just kicking the legs and getting as much as you can. You want to just really kind of keep that alignment, keep that center, working on your form. And it's going to really help you get more out of whatever workout you're about to do. Good. And then we're going to reach the arms out to the side, palms down, legs together, and coming to our hip rolls. So squeeze those inner thighs together. We're going to get some rotation through our spine. Breathing in as you tip the pelvis to the side. Breathing out as you bring it back. Breathing in. So now we're starting to work on some more mobility. We've really kept nice and stable and worked on that form and alignment. So now starting to come into some movements and gentle stretching to open up the body, rotating through that lumbar spine. Try and keep the legs together and then draw back ribs, waist, and then the knees. Anchor the shoulders. You might want to turn the head. Sometimes we keep the head nice and still, but if you want to get a little bit of movement, remember the whole body. So we're going to move into that neck. You can turn the head the other way. One more to each side. Head back to the center. So nod the chin to the chest, drop the tummy towards the spine, push the thighs, and we're just going to tip ourselves up to a seated position. And then we're going to come into some lateral movements. So coming into this little zigzag position with the legs, but if this isn't quite comfortable for your hips, just come cross-legged or into a little frog position. So we're going to hold onto the left shin if we've got that side. So whatever, you might not have gone the same way as me. So whatever leg is kind of across your mat and then the other one is at the front. You're going to hold onto that shin and you're going to reach the opposite arm up alongside the ear. So we want to feel that length through the sides and then going straight over towards the legs. So a lovely lateral stretch and you're pulling yourself up and over. Breathing out. Inhale to come upright. Exhale, bring that hand to the mat and then melt the elbow down towards the mat and continue that stretch the other way. Breathe into that open side, come up, inhale, center, exhale, pull up and over. Inhale as you come up, melt the hand down, soften the elbow, and a little bit more of an open stretch through this side. Good. And then we're going to come onto the other side. So let's test the core a little bit and come through with the legs over to the other side. So a little bit of a teaser and then onto the other side. So same thing, just holding onto that shin, lifting tall, arm reaches up by the ear and really try and get that shoulder open, that arm right up, and then breathe over into the ribs. Big stretch between the intercostal muscles. Inhale and then melt the hand down and open that side. And want to feel those ribs pushing up towards the ceiling. Really try and get this movement through the spine, not just through the arms and the head, but really focus on the spinal movement. Still keeping that sense of reach, center, and over to the other side. Oh, that feels really nice. Let's come onto all fours, come into a cat stretch. We're going to be making our way up to standing so that you're ready to go into whatever you're going to be doing. So just coming around onto all fours. Just take a nice cat and extension. So rounding your back through from the hips to the head, curving the spine, breathing out. And then as you inhale, lengthen back, find that neutral, gently arch the spine so we get some extension into the back. Come through a neutral, gather the ribs around the lumbar spine, the mid-back, the head. So really kind of go tailbone all the way up to the head, a nice sequential movement. Inhale, and then as you exhale, both ends of the spine lengthen away from each other. And you arch the back, draw the shoulders down, lift the chest. And let's take one more, round the hips under, curve the spine, nod the chin down, draw the navel in, stretch across the back. And then lengthening back through neutral, into that arch. Try not to just sink in your lower back. Find a neutral, tuck the toes under now, lift into that downward stretch. A little bit more ease into those hamstrings now. And just start to push one heel to the mat as one heel comes up. And you might want to add a little bit of a rotation, the head into the spine, so you can make it a little bit bigger now. Still keeping that sense of control, but maybe just looking under one shoulder. And then just melt both heels down, lengthen the sit bones up, and start to walk the hands back towards the feet, softening the knees and rolling up bone by bone. So think about the sit bones dropping down, grounding into the feet, restack your spine, and come into a standing position. I'm going to take the legs a little bit wider and really open up across the hips. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling and then just bend the knees and reach to touch the floor. The heels might lift. We're just going to warm up those hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to touch down. Try and keep that back straight. Inhale, reach. Exhale to touch down. We've got that, what we call external rotation through the hips, so a little bit of turn out. Try and keep that back straight. We've got 4, down, 3, reaching high, down, 2, and reach long. Last one, down, and reach up. And then just circle those arms to the side and let them settle. Good. Okay, so hopefully you feeling a little bit more centered into the body and a little bit more mobile through those joints. I hope that you enjoy whatever routine you're about to do, whether it's on my channel or a different kind of workout, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.